Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Manor Lords Episode 2. So, in our last episode, we got our, well, I'd say they are our lovely row houses, but I guess I flipped half of them around, and this is going to annoy me for all eternity. However, I did see in the comments of what I did wrong as far as orienting them. I don't think that's going to cause any functional problems, but it's still going to annoy me. Regardless, we forge on. Now, one thing I realized I did slightly out of order is that we don't need this trading post yet, nor do we want to trade away our berries yet. No. In fact, no trade on the berries, because our berries can be improved by, where do we have it? A dyer's workshop turns berries into dyes. Dyes sell for one wealth higher per unit, which multiplied across all the number of berries we have harvested and will be harvesting will have a significant financial impact. Now, that being said, we need more people, more warm bodies in here. We've got the houses, but we don't have the people. What we need is happiness. In order to get more happiness at this point, we need clothing. Now, our peasants are crafty types. If we provide them with just clothing material like wool or yarn or leather, they'll make their own clothes. So all we really need to do is to provide the leather. We are producing hides at our hunter, and as far as I can tell, the frickin' brigands have not stolen all of our hides yet. So let's get that down and get some hides turned into leather so that we can get our happiness up, which will fill our houses faster. Still mad about that 13 meat. Just saying. And of course, where are you little jerks? You are in the next county over. Frickin' brigands. You know, a lot of this would be going much better to plan if you guys weren't around. And no, there are no town guards present or planned. I think the idea is that you need to go and hunt down these camps proactively and or be up on your, moving stuff to storage. We do have all of our people going to storage. Hopefully they don't just reach in there and grab stuff out of the storehouse as opposed to stuff being in like general storage out and about. But yes, so the one family we freed up will be making timber here, or will be using the timber to construct the tannery, I should say. And then I will put them to work at the tannery, and then they will produce clothes, which will bring more people into the village, which will then become our constructors for other things. And our double-barreled oxes should be good in that sense. As far as getting the logs here, there we go. That's 2 out of 4. Three out of 4. And here comes 4 out of 4. Alright, it's all the materials, and we are just about there. There we go. Family goes in here. And I love the level of detail that they have in here for, like, it's not just them like hitting a hide with a hammer to represent them working. They're actually going through the motions of I guess soaking. I mean, I don't as a profession don't know the proper process for tannerying. Aha, we got a new family moving in. Lovely. Somebody just bought a hide from us for $3? Maybe? Sort of? From the tannery? I'm not sure why or how. I don't think I was selling any of those, but well, whatever. But our marketplace, yeah, clothing stall. There we go. This is what we are doing. So now we are offering our people leather for their clothing options, which means if we click on one of their houses, we can see clothing stall supply is there. It is supplied. So the only thing we're really missing here is a wooden church, and they will have all of the amenities they need for level 1. That being said, I'm more interested in filling out their backyards than getting them up to level 2. Like, getting them level 2 is not a bad thing, mind you. That will get the 2 houses in there. But we have bigger fish to fry. Now, the other thing I wanted to do, and actually, why don't I do that now, is get a dyer's workshop down so that we can start converting our berries into dye, into more profitable dye. Yes, we will save some for, actual eating ourselves. Ah. Man, are you kidding me? Really? Oof. The hides hurt the most, I'd have to say. So the bandit camp over here. Man, do I send my people against one of the bandit camps? Because you can. You don't necessarily need to own it, but I don't know how good we're going to do with just our militia. I mean, a fully fleshed out... We might want to import some more spears and shields just to... just so that we can at least flesh this unit out. And obviously get enough people to actually fill out the militia. In the meantime, we're just going to have to put up with them. Do we have someone on the hunters? No, and that's good because I just want them to refill. It's a little micromanaging, but I do like the idea of letting them fill up to 10, put a hunter on there briefly, kill 10 of them back down, from 20 down to 10, and then take them back off so that they can be used elsewhere. I also like the idea of using people to build the workplace that they will eventually be manning. There we go. Let's get a dyer in there. And maybe our economy won't be in dire straits. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Do want to get into sheep at some point. We are really good for base supplies, I will say. It might be that we are hoarding so much stuff that the bandits are kind of attracted. We do need to attract another person to our thing, but we're up to 62%, and the population growth is directly impacted by this. So the closer you are to 100, the better. The other nice thing, and this is going to be a little bit of a payoff of our earlier investments, are, yeah, look at that. They're harvesting the veggie gardens. And that means those carrots are going to show up at market soon. Not only is that additional food supply for our settlement as a whole, it's additional food variety. That not only improves health, but also happiness. Which will then in turn cause more people to come in here. Don't think it's made its way there just yet, but it's getting there. And we're going to get those every year. Winter is approaching. Yeah, this would be the part where your people freeze to death if you don't have them in homes, but luckily we have them in homes. The seasons don't cycle nearly as quickly as in Banished, for example. I am waiting for our next house to fill up. Because we have 12 physical living spaces, but we only have 8 families. So we have room to grow 4 more families that can then be assigned to different entities here. All right, there we go. All right, let's get this trading post set up. We will put you here. We will go to trade. We will go to materials. Dyes, sell price, export price, $4. We will export. And for the moment, we're not going to save any for ourselves. So we're going to say export down to 0. Desired surplus 0. Just liquidate them. Now, one thing we could do is once we get 12 or 24 more trade value, we can basically have a dedicated trade merchant come around that is specifically looking for dyes. Otherwise, we kind of have to depend on random merchants showing up that happen to be interested in dyes. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's sell some firewood while we're at it. I'm going to export you down to, say, 100, because we have a lot. And you know what? I'll take a trade route for you, because it only costs like 2. Oh shoot, that doubles it? Man, I wouldn't have done that if I knew that. Well, live and learn. Dang. Well, now we have to be a little bit more cautious about what we start electing for trade. Why is our happiness back down? Market food variety, clothing. Well, at least we'll get some cash out of selling some of the firewood from our dedicated merchants. So there's that. Granted, firewood is only one wealth per unit, but we make a lot of those. And also they take up a lot of space, so selling them will be useful. I'm just not sure when and where our new dedicated merchant will show up. Because what I really want to be doing is using my wealth to start building up backyards here. Keeping an eye on our trading post here. Yeah, it's not necessarily our people traders that I'm worried about. It's more about the wandering merchants and the traveling ones. Oh yeah, our berry deposit is pretty much shot at this point. It's a seasonal thing, so we can take them off of there. That gives us 2 families to work with. I would say let's get some stone. There's a little stone deposit down here that we can set up and just start picking away at it. What other items would we want to get going here? I mean, we could work on the church. We would need the woodcutters though, which might not be a bad thing to get into because that would allow us to upgrade our stables. Yeah, why don't we do that? I think, let's double check here. Smithy, malt house, weaver's shop, dyer's workshop. That's a mining pit. Oh, you know what we might need? I think we need forester's huts before we get too deep. Yeah, we need to actually start replanting the trees in these areas. Let's get a forester's hut. And actually, we'll probably want a forester's hut over here. Just to make sure that our firewood people don't go too nuts and run out of stuff. So yeah, we got a lot of things for people to build. That's fine. Still waiting for that first sale. This will start regrowing next year. So the fact that we completely depleted it doesn't mean it's like dead. But the animals, I presumably would be completely dead if we depleted them. I don't want to waste some of their growth here, so I think at least temporarily I'm gonna start hunting them again until they get knocked back down to 10. That way they can start regrowing again and we don't waste any of that.
We all know what that means.
Yeah, I'm sure the oxen are going to be a little bit busy. $50. We sold $50 of something. But you know what it is? We're going to go to trade. And we're going to make sure we have a route for dyes. Pains me to do that. But that way we guarantee that we have enough people to keep buying our stuff. And then we can start working on people's backyards for other goodies. There's one veggie left. I don't think, yeah, they haven't harvested all their stuff yet. I don't think it's been stolen recently. And we'll get a little bit more variety back in once we get the meat back in there. That seemed to go pretty quick. But yeah, I think they can continuously harvest their gardens here until, at least until like the snow actually properly falls. And that's the other reason, like, even though I'm going apple strats here, we want some vegetables in there, if anything, for the variety. There's a few other bits of food that we can get into as well. Y'all gonna do some of this, or are you working on one of these other ones? Well, I mean, I did queue up 3 things for them, and yeah, they're working on the Stonecutters camp, which is actually kind of the furthest away one that I wanted, but whatever. We get another family in there. Oh, we already got so, you know what? I'm going to start up another backyard thing here. So we're going to have you raise some chickens. Chickens, as far as I can tell, they produce year-round, and that's another source of food.
This is heavier than it looks.
So we're going to make a couple of people, couple of chicken coops here. Like literally a couple of chicken coops. And that will further increase food diversity. And then we start in the apples. Which is kind of the whole point of this gambit anyway. What do you got here? Yeah, plenty of those, plenty of vegetables. So we do need a little bit more leather. But we do have our tanning. I mean, I could import them, but the 10 wealth import fee is just so feels bad, man. It feels bad, man. All right, that feels good though, and so does that.
Give me a hammer and something needs to knock me.
All right, so that forester's hut just conveniently got a family ready to rock and roll. New food stall arrived. Good. There's another 28. There's a 44. Ooh, doggies. That's 50. We could make 2 apple orchards right now if we wanted to. We could also make goats, which just provides a passive yield of hides, which ain't bad either. So here's my theory with the apples. The apples takes around 3 years. They're harvested in September. So building them now doesn't really do us anything because they're not going to be fully mature, or they're going to be fully mature for a while, but they're not going to yield anything. So we build all of our apple stuff closer to September. So I think we do one more thing of chickens. We definitely do some goats here. I'd say another thing of goats. Like two veggies, 2 chickens, 2 goats. And then we save up for apple spam. All right, 13 of 20. We can keep the hunters there for a little bit longer. This forester's hut can start doing their thing. There's another 10 wealth, but I will resist the urge to just immediately liquidate it. Tannery doing their thing. Once we're on an off cycle with the wild animals, I can take the tannery off. Well, actually, maybe not, because with the goats, those provide continuous. All right, got our next thing of chickens going. Yeah, because our deposit of wild animals is not quite as fancy and prolific as a more dedicated one, we're going to need the goat supplements. But now I say we hold on to our wealth. There's our other forester's hut. I'm going to let them finish building the stonecutter camp, but then I'm going to employ them to work in the forester's hut. Or, you know what? I put them to work here now. I know there's no one to finish the stone camp, but you know what? We still got room for 2 more families to move in.
Step right up and sample.
Then probably get one for the wood refining, the wood cutting.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Now they will naturally reserve some of these, and you know we'll eventually run out of stuff. As long as we don't oversell our... Curse you! That dye was expensive. We need that money. As far as I can tell, they can't grab your regional wealth. But, you know, I still wouldn't be surprised otherwise. But we're up to 66%. So we should be getting our next happy dance soon. We got enough for 2. I mean, I can build them now. It does say it produces at a lower level. You just make sure these are not the ones that are... Okay, yeah. I want to actually make sure we build them in ones that are occupied by people. We will also eventually need to actually build, you know, our manor, because, you know, this is called Manor Lords. Which will require, well, we need to level up to a small village, so there is that. Look at that money come in. Well, wealth come in. It's not actually officially money. You can turn it into money by building your manor and laying taxes on the people. But for now, we're just going to do, so close to another apple backyard. There's a new family, and now they can finish the stone pit.
No hobble. Tomorrow, find a new home. Town.
There we go. People here, people here. And again, these take a while to cook, but when they get going, they should be pretty darn good. Presumably, because of their wind-up period, they'd be a lot better than the vegetables. And again, it is worth more. And, well, I need to explore some of the game. You'd think maybe there might be some sort of cider producing, because I know alcohol is a thing in here. And maybe we don't want to do wheat or barley for beer. Maybe we want cider.
Cheated him? Never.
Alright, our hunter needs to stop. We can set somebody onto the stonecutter camp. I will keep our tanner here for now, just because they can keep making stuff with the goat hides. I think what we might want to do is get our... Yeah, the saw pit, turning timber into planks, and because timber is produced like right here. Well, actually, yeah, let's bring you closer. Well, no, we'll bring you closer here. That way we can upgrade our stables, get a market horse, maybe another ox, maybe.
Or perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
$1. All right, well, we got plenty of dyes. How many dyes do we have in storage, actually? That might be our last big batch, unless for some reason they're stored in the... No, but we got plenty of berries in the granary.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
And our dyer's workshop, while they're churning and burning here, they're not churning through them so quickly that we're in danger of losing them as a food source. So it's, you know, I think keeping one family here in the dyer's workshop is the correct answer. Oops. All right, we'll let our aminals recover. We have one more house. And then I think what we're going to do... Yeah, the saw pit's done. So let's get somebody in here. Our next batch of money is going to be towards buying that horse for the market. Once we upgrade one of our hitches here. Because upgrading it takes 2 refined things, gives us an extra stable space, and then we can order a new horse. Well, not for it, but there we go. Now we just need the just need the refined wood. All right, I think we're coming together here. Generic storage full. Oh yeah, they do this all the time, and this is something. So there's only room for 1 log, but then it gets processed in here. So we're gonna get this message a lot. It's not a problem. It's just the fact that the 1 unit of log storage is full, and then the people need to work on it. Like there's nothing otherwise problematic with it. So yeah, we just have 1 more house to fill up. We need to get 2 plots to level 2 or higher. Oh, one thing we can do. Well, let's wait for our... Oh, we already have 5 planks? Well, say no more. Let's upgrade this hitching post. Although there's nobody to actually upgrade it.
Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
Alright, you know what? We'll upgrade you, take you off of here for just a hot minute, and then just go use that wood that you just did to actually build and do these upgrades. So we can get get our market horse. 75% supply, or approval rather. How's the aminals doing? 12 of 20, that's fine. Four dyes, 11 leather. Leather we're certainly just using for ourselves. Still 31 berries. Got some stray eggs, and I think that's general storage. It doesn't count the stuff in here. Okay. So we go to our trading post and we order a horse. And actually, you know what? You can go back to sawing because we only needed the 1 upgrade.
Cheated him? Never. Perhaps he simply does not know how to cook properly.
Come on.
Oh, and we have 56. Just make sure you're not the empty one. Nope. Apples! Yeah, I know. We'll get whenever the 12th family decides to show up, they'll finish the job. It's not urgent. We do need to pile that on. Do we yeah, we have people working at the stonecutters camp. So we're getting our stone together. We should be able to finish our church. There's our new family. They can finish the upgrade for the hitching post. And while we're at it, you know what? Let's get that church going. Where's our church? There we are. Not enough goods. It won't let me like pre-plan it. I guess we have to wait for them to cut enough planks in order to plan it down. That's fine. That's why I wanted to put them back on the saw pit as quickly as possible. But we seem to be doing pretty well with the winter so far. Knock on wood. And I like it. It's purty. Fritz the horse. Waiting for a proper stable to be constructed so he can not be cold. And there goes all 10 of my starting tools. Well, poop. How the heck am I supposed to safeguard those? Confound it. I don't actually know what the tools are used for, but I'm assuming it's going to be a big pain in my butt to replace them. I don't think this is like Banished where they wear out over time and people need new ones, otherwise they work very ineffectively. I'm 2 away from another thing of apples. We could start selling stone. Just, I'm not going to buy a trading post for it. Food, crops, commodities. Yeah, it's 16 per to import them back in here. Ugh. Military. Spears are 17 apiece. What are shields? 16 apiece. Jeez. Oh, that's if you wanted to do a permanent livestock worker. Material. Where's stone? Although we do have a very limited and finite amount of stone, maybe we don't sell that. Because I have a feeling that's going to get used up. Yeah, let's not sell the stone. That's not as replenishable. How are we on timber? Ooh, we have enough goodies for our church. Yeah, like right here should be good. They'll enjoy that. And then we can start looking into level 2s. We do have somebody who is not assigned to a job. If they finally finished that small stable. I'm not sure what I want to fill with it, if I want another ox or not. But at least we have the option now.
Gave the old ox a handful of months old grass. He spat it in my face and tried to carve me.
Step right up and sample.
Where's our horsey horse?
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time. Step right up and don't be shy, good sirs and ladies. Keep your hearth warm and your home cozy.
Well, either way, we should be good. Yeah, they got. So the one thing that is interesting is that they have to fill it in this order. So they have to bring the big things of timber first, and then they got to bring the planks, and then they got to bring the stone. I heard a woof. Where's the woofums? Ooh, we have 50. We're doing pretty darn well. Band of raiders roaming the nearby lands. Should we extract their... Okay, so in a year we're going to get attacked. I still want to spend the money on the apples, but then after that we're saving for mercenaries. Food and field doing well.
Summer's coming soon.
One thing we could passively sell is planks. Desired surplus, let's call you 20. All right, we're starting to, we're into spring. Snow's starting to melt. We can actually start planting things. And they're actually starting to plant their saplings here. Good timing on that. And yeah, I want to finish off the apple orchard on this last house. Just because, yeah. I mean, we could do something. We could do veggies here. You know, just plop it down right now. Nope, we just made maybe not enough wealth. I have more. What you talking about, Willis? I've got 50 wealth. Oh. Oh, there we go. All right. The orchards have been cast. Now, according to this, they produce very, very modest returns of apples until the 3rd year, which is, I mean, fine. But now all of our money's going to go to mercenaries, or well, saving for them. We can hire them to help us squash the invading armies or the raiders, and then maybe we can go and stomp on some of these frickin' brigands. Take our stuff back.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
Also, I could order another horse. That is another option. Yeah, we're 2 of 2 in that stable. And 1 or 2 here. And I don't think we need 3 oxes yet. Yeah, the other, I think they're just marching their armies around just to give us a little sight tour. As far as I can tell, they're not coming to stomp on me. If it is, well, this is going to be a very short series. I think some of the other scenarios are where they're ultra aggressive and they just come after you. Maybe they can hit one of the bandit camps because, damn. Not even in our region. How are we in the wooden church? Well, we're almost there. We've almost got all of our goods transported, and now it's just a matter of building it. And that will make everyone happy, and then we can upgrade them to level 2 or higher, which will allow us to get to the next level of development, get us another perk, and go from there. Oh, our berries are back. Berries are back. Ooh. Animals are back. All right, you know what? Stone laborers, you're off stone duty. Y'all gonna get here and forage. Forester, for a hot minute, we'll just take a power meander over to the hunter's camp and start working on some of those animals. And we'll eventually probably want more people on the foragers just so that we can...
Summer's coming soon. Soon the beating sun.
Because, yeah, we only got 6 months of... What is it? Yeah, food is our limiting factor at the moment. Alright, you know what? Just because I'm... well, hang on. Let's order it at the stable. Order a horse. Just to help with transportation and logistics. And then we're done spending our wealth anyway, until mercenaries and what have you. Church is almost done. Looking pretty snazzy. Looking pretty good, and this will certainly increase happiness. Construction finished. Wooden church. So now what we can do is we can go down the line here and actually start upgrading these to level 2s. Pretty aggressively, actually. We have a lot of timber. We only want to start with 2 at the moment. Maybe I should have gotten another ox, because this is going to be a lot of timber dragging.
Can't stay with his prick.
But the other thing is, by upgrading it to level 2, it allows a second family to live in the same hut. So we're essentially going to go from 12 to 24.
Step right up and Sam.
Berries, bursting with flavour. Fit for a king.
Yeah, let's just mark all of these for upgrades. It's going to take a while for them to actually upgrade. You know what? I'll take it. Or well, they'll take it, but that's fine by me. Of all the things they could steal and all the quantities they could steal, I'll take it.
This is heavier than it looks.
Poor quality, he said. Impossible. Well, perhaps it was simply a bad match. These things do happen from time to time.
Alright, wild animals are just about done, so we can put you back into your forester's hut. Those are definitely staying. Once we start getting more people moving in from the upgrades, they're certainly going to be populating here. Also, the only time you need to employ somebody at the church is if you have dead to bury, which we do not.
You'll not find finer wares.
But yeah, everyone is all happy here.
Summer's coming soon. Soon the beating sun.
And all those orchards, that's what we're talking about. It'll take a while, but I think it will yield. It'll bear fruit here. Did they come up already? They're just harvesting them now? Interesting. I guess the other thing I could do with our things is to import some weaponry to finish off at least equipping our
Keep your hearth warm and your home cozy.
yeah, because we have enough people. We just need 16 more spears and 16 more shields.
Weapon from time to time.
All right, Burgage plot level 2. Now, they have a higher demand here, though. They actually want clothing that's been finished. Which, yeah, it takes a little bit more. All right. Ficklewood, develop, get. All right, doubles capacity of all berry deposits is real tempting. I know this sort of diverts us away from here. What do we have over here? Rye cultivation, irrigation. We're not ready to go down that route just yet. But going down our berry-based economy, I think it would make a lot of sense just to grab this one. Even, we're not necessarily going to go, you know, super deep down this tree, but just grab this. Because now our berry deposit can grow higher, and we can properly hit that very hard and hit that very fast. And here we just need level 1 or higher, level 2. Oh, you know what? The ones under construction don't count as level 1 or 2 yet. So yeah, we're gonna pop up to the next level pretty quickly once everyone starts building stuff. And with our 84% approval rating, those empty spaces in the level 2s will be filled pretty quickly. All right, folks, if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!